Yo, what's up? It's Ben with Digital Dreams. We got this 5-day install of a ton of LED at a restaurant in Fairfield, California. I'm about to walk you through all the stuff that we did. This is going to be day 1 and day 2. Let's go check it out. So this building right here, funny story, is the building that we're installing in used to be a Sears, and way back in 2000, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there, I used to deliver TVs for Sears out of the Sears, and now that they're out of business, someone took over this giant 2-story place here and making it this restaurant. So the first thing we were doing at this place was these wind rings. And these are curved rings that have LED inside of them that's just like a ticker, like a curved ticker. And we assembled them on the floor here, attach them, and then we lift them up with 2 lifts, and then we hang them from the ceiling. Right here we got to get you have to wire all the power links in as you add each section of the 3. And then you gotta test it before you plug them in, otherwise you can fry all the LED if you hook it up wrong in one section of that ring. So we check it, double check it. And then we actually attach all the LED here before we bring it up to the top. You can also fry that LED if you stick those little modules on backwards too. They have a little yellow sticker that you're supposed to match up. And you just mash it up and plug it in. I think we did 5 of these in this location, 3 or 5. So there's the there's the wire we're going to use to hang it from the ceiling. We're going to drive the lift to the left and right of it. Then we're gonna pick this up, put it on top of the lifts, and then we're gonna raise it with the lifts. And once we get to the top, we're gonna throw that chain over the 2 pieces of strut that are already installed. Then we gotta get the bottom of this to 12 feet. So here's that part we're talking about. So someone else runs the data and power there. Once we get up, an electrician brings the live power into our feed, and we just plug the data into the top right here. Got Keelan over here trying to terminate that in the dark with his headlamp. And we had to start with these rings first because this is where all the video games are. It's like the arcade. And we had to get these up before they start bringing in all the games because there was going to be no room for us to put the lifts up in here. There they are, lit up. Okay. I think right now we're trying to get all the mounts ready for this second wall, the wind wall. So what happened with this wall was on the top over here. It was supposed to be like, I don't know, 30 feet long or something. Ended up being like 26 feet long. So we actually had to take out like 2 columns of LED and then cut the mounts just to fit the fixture. Then they had to readjust the content to make sure it fit the smaller ticker. But that's what we're doing right there. We had to just chop all that on site and make it fit. And then right here we're using a cabinet to make sure that they both fit. the top to bottom once we cut it to make sure they weren't hanging off. That's what we were doing. So we're gonna come back to that wall, but this is a different wall. We didn't have to adjust anything for this wall. This thing was, the sheetrock and everything, the dimensions were perfect on this one. We're just double checking the height. And our reveal, I think we had like a 2-inch reveal all around or something. So right now we're building the foundation of the LED wall. And we have this laser level here that goes across the bar. All the way across, so we have a 3-inch reveal. And we have a digital level also to check to make sure that we're perfect. So we're just making sure that this is good all the way across. Then we're gonna build up after that. So right now we're building the next horizontal level. So I'm gonna build the pieces over here with Mike, keep passing them to him. And so each one of these levels, see this bar right here is a spacer, so it spaces out the next bar for you, so you don't have to guess and measure what the next horizontal row will be. So they're just gonna keep going and keep building and keep going until we get all the way to the top. Then we're gonna pull the slack of this Cat 5 down. Start getting ready for the cabinets. Right now we're hooking up 5 of the power cables to the 3 dedicated circuits we have going. We have 3 200 amp circuits dedicated for this wall. And so we're splicing all the live power right now before we start mounting all the cabinets. So what I'm doing right now is I got row 1 and 2 up. And before I secure row 1 and 2 to the wall, you leave them loose a little bit and you install these little plates right here. These plates have hit all 4 points of the corners here, of the 4 cabinets, and these plates right here will ensure that these cabinets are perfectly flush and touching, so there'll be no gaps when this module, and these 2 modules meet up. So I put them all around each row. Luckily we have enough to do every single row. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stack row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna keep adding all of these on every row as we go. And then when we get all of them done and every one of these are on here, then we're gonna secure all the cabinets to the wall. Then we're gonna pull all of those off. Then the wall will be ready to go to populate all the modules. And we do the modules once everything's cleaned up. Everybody has new gloves on so you don't damage the sensitive part. So you can see as I secure this guy, you're gonna see this cabinet pull forward so it's at the same level. I don't know if you can catch that, but this one too. Can you see that little slate? Little distance right there just brings it up. Now they're gonna be exactly the same. It's crucial you get all these 4 points touching. So here we go, building up last row here. And then after you hook that up, after you put that last row up together, you still have to wire a bunch of data cables in and out that jump in and out, power cables that jump in and out. You do all that little miscellaneous wiring. Then we're gonna check on the computer to make sure that they see every cabinet before we put the modules on. Once we get that okay, then we start putting on the sensitive part, the LED part. The satisfying part when you're building it together, you know? As he twists the magnets out, the magnet comes forward. So when it clips, now instead of it being flush, it's leaning like this a little bit, just barely. You see what I'm saying? Because the other one came out like this, now he brings this one like this, so the black line goes away. If you have a black line, it's sticking out too far. If you have a white line, they're too close. All right, it's end of day 2. We got the wind wall up. We only damaged one module during this whole install, but we're cleaning it up. We're gonna install a couple more things in the rack today, so that way this will have content tomorrow and we'll have the whole wow wall ready. So that'll have content, and the rings might turn on tonight too. So we're gonna stick around for about 20 more minutes. Tony's cleaning up, taking the last of this trash. We're gonna take that trash out tomorrow, and then we'll be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow. All right, later. All right, that's it, end of day 1 and 2. We're gonna have this as like a 2 or 3 part feature for you guys to check out. We have a big like 45-foot LED wall. It's like 45 feet by 10 feet. That's what we're working on next. So stay tuned, check it out. See you guys later.